Watching Corey try to time his pen, we're back up with the original one is funny. That's why you need Patreon. What is it, $4.99 a month, or is it $5 a month?
$5.
You know what? Let's lower it to $4.99 because it messes with people's heads. That's why they make everything $99. It seems cheaper. Well, this car is only $24,999. Well, it's not 25 grand. It's only 24 grand.
That's a marketing scheme called odd pricing.
Yeah, marketing 101, basically. Yeah, it's like one of the tenets.
Did you learn that? Did you learn that while getting your master's?
So, what's on the show today? Yes,
he's putting it to fine use this morning, isn't he, Corey?
I'm still befuddled. You know what I mean?
By what?
By the fact that he's got a master's degree in economics and he's fucking doing this.
Well, everyone makes bad choices.
Well, listen, no. What it was is I did a master's degree because it was like kind of given to me. It was like the progression of my college, but I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed entertaining.
We talked about that. That's what matters.
You enjoy struggling for them bills more. That's what
I mean. Damn, Corey.
Well, but I mean, like, it's soul crushing to go to fucking work every day and do something you hate doing. At least, we're not getting rich doing this right now, and we weren't getting rich doing radio. But at least for 4 hours, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's 4 hours of fun you're not having if you're crunching fucking numbers all day.
Yeah, I'm sure it is fun for Jay to come to work and get his balls busted every day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's nothing you can say. Sometimes money does not take precedence over doing what you love.
No, I agree.
What if you didn't make, why'd you make videos for 5 years making zero money? I know you had a job that was paying the bills, but why did you keep doing it if you didn't enjoy it?
It was fun, and I also knew that if I kept getting my followers up, I'd make money someday out of it.
Well, but you're not guaranteed. You didn't know at that point that you would get your followers up. How did you know? You didn't know. It was a gamble.
Kind of. It didn't really take. I don't want to be like a.
Why did you make a video to begin? I'm not trying to
backfire.
Because I
wanted to do it, but I kind of knew that I was good enough to do it. Like, I knew that I was entertaining enough to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so a little backstory is that my very first YouTube video, it was called "Shit Guys with Girlfriends Say." And
what made you do that one?
Because I saw other people doing videos like, what would a chef say? Or what would this person say? So I was like, I got a girlfriend and she nags. I'm going to make what guys with girlfriends say. And that video got 1 million views right off the very first time posting a video.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that.
So I was like, I could do this.
I thought it was, okay, because you've painted it as like a 5-year struggle. I didn't know you went viral.
Well, no, so I made that video when I lived in Florida, and it did really well. And I never really kept up with it. I kind of just like, man, okay, that was fun. And then when Vine started coming out, that's when I started doing videos over and over again because it became like a passion of mine.
Gotcha.
See, but for me, I wasn't passionate about economics. I just did it.
Yeah, well, then why the fuck you do
it? Ugh.
No, because you know what? I went to school for business, and then they gave me a full ride to get my master's. So I did that.
Damn.
And then I worked.
Did you know that our fucking producers is so smart?
Well, just because he's got a degree doesn't necessarily mean he's
he
smart.
got a full ride scholarship.
Yeah. And I had actually...
Doesn't mean he's smart.
I barely got a full ride on the short bus, man.
It means he's smart in certain ways.
Halfway.
Maybe not all the way around. I mean, you can be smart in one thing and not smart at others.
I'm very street smart, dude.
I will say that I teared up yesterday walking down the street. Can I tell you why?
Sure.
I got a call that sounded a little bit like this. Hello, this is the New York City public school system. We're calling you to let you know that your son is eligible for the gifted and talented program.
Really?
That sounds like a scam to me.
I almost teared up. No, it's for.
That sounds like you have to send money to Egypt or something.
No, you go to You go to the
Put them on the
school
list.
website.
Send a Venmo $1 million.
No, you go to the school website and you just fill out information, apply, and that's it. He's eligible.
Why would they tell you that via recording? That sounds like something you should tell someone in person.
Because they call a lot of people. It's this. Think about the New York school system.
It's not so special then. They call all the kids special now. Then
no, god damn it, man. It's a lot of fucking.
I'm just putting your words in your mouth.
I'm sure there's a lot of people they call, and they're not going to call each and every single one because a lot of times they're going to get the recording, so they just put a recording on.
Well, it's fucked up.
I was just as happy, dude.
A personal phone call.
I was just as happy, and I kind of teared up. It made me very proud of him. Well, you don't fucking ruin my moment.
But what's the criteria to become part of the gifted program? Do you know?
I don't know.
Grades? Is it?
I think it's the way they progress, and I think it's his. To be honest, I think it's his teacher told me that he's very creative, and my kid's now making comic books, in open work in class. So like the fact that he's doing that is, I think that's what's maybe he's more so on the talented side than he is the gifted side.
Because they've lowered the standards now. If you can cut paper, they call you gifted. You know, like you can stay within the lines. Oh, look at that, he's gifted. Maybe not at your school.
Maybe you're not the best one to judge about the fucking children's education system.
I got plenty of friends with kids. I hear stories.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't.
And it's Teachers Day, but like I hate the fact that it's. I'm not thanking every teacher. There's a couple teachers. There's a few teachers. Pick a teacher
Lexington's
that's
teachers
good.
are fucking great, dude. They're opening their own restaurant in a couple of days, and it's called the Turtle and the Toast Restaurant, and they have to apply for jobs for it. And Lexington wants to apply to become a server.
That's cool. I mean, they're teaching them real world things.
Yeah.
They've already been to 3 restaurants to do research and like try the food and order food and
That sounds like private school.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's fucking a great school.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did Lex get them anything for like appreciation day?
So he's got 5. There's 2 main teachers and 3 teachers' aides in his classroom. Like there's a lot of help in there. And the teachers' aides got $25, and then the teachers got $50 each.
Oh, nice.
Card.
I don't know if I'd want my kid being taught by a teacher with AIDS, but whatever.
Not full blown. Not full blown. Just a couple lesions here and there.
You can't get it via touch.
Yeah.
If my teacher, Miss Newton, had the AIDS back in the day, I might have gotten it.
Is that the one? Is that the one you wrestled with in the closet?
That's the one that tickled me. Yeah. No, we were in the closet. It happened on the outside of the closet. We came out of the closet.
Damn, you went from the closet to the outside of the closet?
Yeah, laying on the floor. You've ruined that. You've sullied that memory for me, by the way.
No, all I've done. So first of all, that's a core memory. So there's a reason. There's a reason why that's a core memory. There's a reason.
Yeah, well, because she was my first crush.
That's not it.
She was the first person I knew that died. It was the first funeral I ever gone to.
That moment, though, that specific moment of being tickled, there's a reason. It probably because that was your first boner.
John says, she almost sat on your face, Kane. You weren't there. No, there was that stuffed Snoopy with the stuffing missing from its neck, so it flopped back and forth, and she thought it was funny to do that in my face.
Mommy, I wore my teacher as a snorkel. I could breathe.
But not when she put her finger in her butt. Then I couldn't.
Staten Island Chris says tickled, molested, same shit.
No, it's not the same shit.
If you want to go tickle an alligator, they'd say you're molesting an alligator.
So you love Lex's teachers, right? So you go to pick him up from school and you find the teacher sitting on top of him, like tickling him, and he's laughing and they're having a good time.
I'm going straight to the fucking the principal.
If you didn't, you'd be weird. If you did,
really?
If the fucking first of all, if the teacher's sitting on him, good luck to him. You know what I mean? But but the teacher's sitting on top of him, tickling him. No, I'm going to the principal that day.
What you're saying is the next field trip's going to be to a bakery.
Yeah.
I understand.
Let's go to Krispy Kreme. No, they're nice. They're not fat. No. That's a
Get
joke.
out of here! I'm shaving.
That's just a joke. No, they're not. They're very nice, and they would never ever do that because they're smart.
Well, and it was a different time then, of course, back in the 30s, where you
it was okay to rape kids back then. Yeah,
you know, well, not rape again. Nobody was
the
raped.
The priests were getting away with it. The teachers were getting away with it.
Well, because you can't even touch kids, and I don't even like to be around them really, especially if there's nobody around. I don't want to be around a kid because they can make shit up, and next thing you know, your life is over.
You shouldn't touch a kid anyway. There's no reason to touch them.
Well, no,
there's no reason to tickle. There's no reason to tickle someone else's kid.
Here's my whatever. I don't want to keep talking about it.
You know what real quick before you get. You know what I don't understand? You ever see these stories that come out? It's like the hot teacher slept with the 16-year-old. Why the fuck is the 16-year-old telling about?
He's bragging about it.
Well, because he's bragging.
I guess. And then I guess it gets back to the parents, and then
if Miss Cunningham gave me a BJ, dude, I'm telling the whole school.
Shit, Miss Fox too for us.
Damn, dude, Miss Cunningham.
Because her jeans were so tight. It was fucking. That was my introduction to camel toe. That woman.
Boy, she had the buns, son.
Every guy was like, all we did was sit in there and stare at her crotch. It's like if she had sucked some guy off, we'd have known about it.
Yeah. But Miss Cunningham, I remember Miss Cunningham. I still remember when she was talking about 9/11, because I remember the morning of 9/11, and she was talking about how the plane crashed in the World Trade Center, and all I can remember is looking at her ass and be like, that looks nice.
Wow. On 9/11. Good kid.
Yeah. That was the first tower. It didn't really, at that point in time,
it was only
wasn't
one tower then. It was no big deal.
I'm just telling you what I remember. I remember bending over, picking up the phone, and looking at talking on the phone, and be like, "Oh my God, really?" And all I remember is the checkered skirt she had on, and being like, "Miss Cunningham."
If we asked the mafia what their first memory of 9/11 was, I guarantee you nobody would say looking at an ass.
They didn't have Miss Cunningham.
Yeah, the planes went down and people died, but that ass though.
I Miss Cunningham. I'm just glad that ass wasn't in one of them seats. I'm just glad. That was a kid, man. That's all I remember. And then I remember going to the auditorium after that and being sad and going to my friend Scotty Terrio's house, and we played like nothing happened because we couldn't really understand it, you know?
Right. No, that's okay. How old were you then?
7th grade.
Oh, all right. Well,
it was sad. We knew the severity of it, but at that point in time, you're not gonna fucking sit around all day and cry. You're still a kid.
Nor would I want my kid at 7th grade to focus on that. It's like, no, go play cops and robbers or something. Go outside. You know what's is there anything more disappointing than buying bad fruit? I went to ShopRite yesterday because I wanted to make, I wanted to start eating fruits for breakfast. And I bought a pineapple, watermelon, oranges, and grapes, and they all sucked. The watermelon wasn't watery enough. The pineapple wasn't pineapple-y. It didn't have, you expect that punch of flavor, right? The grapes were soggy. The oranges.
Oh, I hate when oranges are like that. Tangerines are like that. When they taste like.
Sometimes you get the cuties are usually pretty good, but the other ones aren't. It's such a crapshoot, and you can't. Can you take fruit back? I don't know, but it's so disappointing.
Is it the time of year though?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think there's good fruit that come out.
You think it should be flourishing, dude? The weather's getting nice. The sun's shining brighter than it was.
Yeah,
we're coming off winter in Florida. I don't know. It's always nice in California. Yeah. They got fruits.
True.
California's full of fruits. But I don't know. I thought that was something relatable, because everyone. I'm not the only one when it comes to bag. Because before.
No. Because here's the thing: is I'll buy a bag of apples, and from the outside, looking into the bag, you're like, that looks like a good batch of apples. And then you get it home, for some reason, there's a small bruise on every single one of them.
Yeah,
and it's like you're trying to find the right one. You're like, I don't want to eat bruised apples.
No, yuck.
I want every bite to be crisp and pop.
Because you get juicy.
You get those apples that are gritty when you bite into them. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, those are nasty.
Oh, it's like not fully hard. If it don't snap, it's crap.
Yeah. Oh man. See, why do we eat fruit?
And then grapes. Sometimes you get the mushy grape. You reach in, you got the mushy grape. No one wants a mushy grape, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
And you can't really tell if they're mushy or not by looking at them. Especially if you buy the purple ones, which I like. You know what I do check for? Spiders. I won't buy a bag of I'll shake the shit out of those things. You hear too many stories about spiders hitching a ride in a bag of lettuce or something.
You ever put one? You ever put a sunflower seed? You ever put it in your mouth and then start sucking on it and then realize oh no, it's fucking gone bad, because you're sucking on the stick.
Seed?
Yeah. So in the sunflower seed, sometimes they'll put the sticks in there on accident. They'll put the sticks from the sunflower seed plant. It's dried out. It's like a dried out stem. And then you go to crack it and you start chewing on it and it's a stem and it tastes like bark and you.
Oh, no, it's never. I probably purchased sunflower seeds once in my life.
Corey, aren't you the one that did the thing where you put the strawberries in vinegar or something like that and the bugs come out of it? Did you do a video on that?
Yeah, Jay. There was tiny little specks of something. I don't know. I didn't have my microscope. I thought they were bugs. Everyone said they were seeds. They didn't look like seeds to me, but I thought they were. Yeah, I thought.
But you see a lot of videos where people do that and the worms come just pouring out.
It comes from the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm guarantee you're not getting every single bug out of every single one. If you're eating fruit, you've eaten bugs. Plain and simple.
Of course.
Yeah.
Michaela says, I ordered groceries the other day and got a whole pack of rotten blackberries. I was so pissed.
Damn, who orders black? Oh, blackberry. Yeah, I like blackberries. Never mind. Blackberries are good.
I like pretty much any berry.
Yeah, I'm a berry. I don't really like. I'm not a huge fan of strawberries though.
Nah, don't like strawberries. That's
I
where
like blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, all the other berries.
Yeah, strawberries are kind of nasty, and there's a lot of nooks and crannies for the bugs to live in.
I thought about you this weekend because I was eating kiwis. And you never had a kiwi before.
Oh yeah, still haven't. I went to I looked at them and I was like, should I try my first kiwi? But it's just like riding the bus. I've gone my whole life without riding the city bus, and then Russ fucked me over and put me on the city bus. And so yeah, no, I don't want to.
What? Over sideways? Over backways?
No,
what kind of
taught me to ride the bus, and so now that streak was over. I want to keep the kiwi streak intact.
Russ.
No, dude, I don't understand you as a person. You don't just see the kiwi and like, I want to know what it tastes like.
I don't understand you as a person. Is that what you just said?
Yeah. How do you not see the kiwi and be like, okay, now's my time. I want to try it.
I don't know. It's just because I have a streak going.
That's so stupid.
Yeah,
that's like saying I've been a virgin all my life. I'm gonna keep the streak going. I don't want to know what vagina feels like.
You know what looks?
I think I might take that position if I was a virgin. I think I might keep it that way.
Sucks.
You know what? It freaks me out when I look at it is maybe because I have that issue, but the pomegranate. You know when they open up
they're so good, dude. Pomegranates are so delicious.
But you open them up and there's just like clusters of like, ugh. I don't know. They look disgusting to me.
That really affects him.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah. My brother fucks with me all the time, just like you guys do. But yeah.
What does he send you pictures of buttholes side by side?
Yeah, he's like clusters of buttholes, just all. My
probably his. Hey, brother.
Yeah, and the sad thing is that's just all the guys he's with at the time. Is a smorgasbord of anus, dude.
No
what
shit.
Do you see a spot? Can you see a fissure? I can't send my butthole picture to anybody else besides my brother, so please help me out. Jay's like, yep, I see a fissure. And then I had cereal. Is cereal soup? I started thinking about that. So I was eating cereal.
Me. What's the definition of soup?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to like find the definitions.
Hey Siri, Hey Siri, what's the definition of soup? A liquid dish.
You could talk into your microphone. It would help.
I'm trying, but she's talking.
Now we can't hear you at all.
You're gone, dude.
Made by.
Say it again.
What?
You're cutting out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
now
we might cut out.
Holy shit. It's a liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables, etc., in stock or water.
No, so cereal's not soup then.
I mean, if you go by definition, it's not.
No,
but gazpacho is cold soup.
Never had that. I did Google it. 11% of people do say yes, cereal is soup.
See, I'm one of those people. If I didn't read the definition, I would say yes, because to me that's soup. It's just something in liquid.
Yeah.
I want that. Give me that bowl of wet, girl.
It's liquid plus chunky stuff. It could be chicken. It could be vegetables. It could be Cap'n Crunch.
Hey, Mom, let me get a bowl of that wet.
It's a bowl of wet.
But if you think about it, what is cereal? Cereal isn't just it's something. Some of the cereal is made from vegetables.
What cereal is made from vegetables?
Hey Siri, what cereal is made from vegetables?
You mean like wheat and things like that?
Yeah.
Is wheat a vegetable?
I'm not. That's a grain.
Okay.
But I'm saying if you so happen to boil, okay, get this. You know what else is a grain? Rice. But if you put rice in some broth or some water and boil it, then you got soup.
That's soup.
So basically, cereal's wheat. It's a grain as well. That could be soup.
So, Cheerios could be soup.
Yes.
But Crunch Berries not soup.
Nah, that's sugary shit. That's not soup.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
The Cheerios could be soup.
So they do have a vegan cereal that is made from like organic spinach, carrots, pumpkin, etc. So
that's fucking soup for sure.
Can you imagine? You'd have to kill me before I become a vegan or a vegetarian. Literally kill me.
Look up gazpacho. What's gazpacho? If I'm not wrong, it is just cold, blended up soup. I think it's just
like
a Spanish-style soup made from tomatoes and other vegetables and spices served cold.
Yeah.
It's probably gloopy and oh, God.
Dude, words you're using today, dude. Bowl of wet, gloopy. I'm not on board, man.
How was your night, dude?
What do you mean you're not on board? Those are, well, God forbid I'm creative with my words.
Yeah. Well, if this was a Mad Lib, I'd say these are perfect words, but just regularly.
You never heard gloopy? It's so it's a perfect description.
You know what gloopy sounds like? The shit that's on my fucking fiance's underwear after she had discharge, man.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, gazpacho.
No, gazpacho's good, dude. It's not vaginal boogers, man. Gazpacho's not vagina boogers.
The
They argue
definition of
vaginal boogers are good.
the definition of gloopy: sloppy and sticky semi-fluid matter, typically
Thank you.
something unpleasant.
So like,
What the fuck is semi-fluid matter, dude?
I was bored last night and I glooped all over my hand.
Dude, turn on the black light. There's gloop everywhere.
I'm sorry, this hotel room is far too gloopy. Gross.
What a name for a fucking like a porn site. Gloopy.com.
Seriously. Yeah, but it connotates grossness though. Gloopy.
I mean, people look up bukkake. Isn't that kind of the same shit?
I guarantee the room I got for Atlantic City this Friday is going to be gloopy.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're going there.
Yeah, my
going
buddy Kurt's coming into town on Friday,
right.
so I'm in.
Is that the alcoholic or the other one?
I'm in house clean mode. Is that the alcoholic or the? He drinks daily, but he's not like he's a functioning. He's not an alcoholic.
No, this is the guy from Tennessee that you said you didn't want to hang out with.
No, not that one.
Okay.
No.
See,
This,
now you know what I mean.
this
That's
guy's
the
from
alcoholic.
Minnesota. He'll drink. He goes to the bar, the bar after work every day, and has a couple of beers to chill out. But I mean, that's about it. No, we're going to
Don't you
Atlantic
think
City.
that's a sad life to go to the bar every day after work?
Well, I mean, it's avoiding going home. We're going to the Trop, and I got a suite,
Nice.
but I can't afford the nice suite, so I got a suite in the West Tower,
Oh, the Gloopy Tower.
Gloopy Tower. It's the tower where they haven't really remodeled the rooms yet. They're still nice. I mean, it's a big ass suite, but it's just still a little dated. And you got to walk further to go to the casino, but it's cheap, cheaper, and it's
Staying the whole weekend, or are you just going one night?
No, just for Friday night. Because then Hot Rods and Harleys is happening
that's right.
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
And Russ is playing Hot Rods and Harleys. You know what? Fun for all ages, Corey, if you're bored.
What?
Corey was kind of a D-bag yesterday.
No, not.
Should
I
we
tell
play
you
the
that
thing or should we
story-
make it one or not?
Okay, fine.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
play the thing.
Am I a D-bag? Somebody tell me. Am I a D-bag? With Kate and Corey.
Walk out of CVS. Now this is me. This is after me paying $250 for Teacher Appreciation Day. All right, I got my receipt. I'm walking out. I go to toss the receipt in the garbage can outside. Wind's blowing. Doesn't want it to go in the garbage can. Flies out. I bend down like a good citizen. Pick it back up. Throw it back in the garbage can. Wind then blows it out again. As I'm going to put it in, wind blows it out. Right? It's very windy. One more time, I bend down and put it back in. No luck. Wind blows it out again. I say, fuck it. I watch the fucking wind take the receipt down the street. Guy next to me goes, "You're not going to get it?" I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "You're not going to get your trash?" I said, "Sir, did you not just see me bend down 2 different times to try to throw that in the trash can and the wind kept blowing it out? I'm not chasing trash down the street." He goes, "See, that's the problem. That's why there's so much trash in the cities, because no one wants to be accountable for their own trash." I said, "Sir, I just tried to throw it away." I just started walking away at that point, and he just starts mumbling under his breath. But who's in the wrong here?
He is. What a douche.
Am I supposed to chase trash down the street?
Yeah, I'm not chasing a tumbling receipt down the street. Well, you know what? If it gets hung up on a bigger piece of trash, which is likely, then maybe if a giant Slurpee cup stops it, then I'll pick
If
it up.
I'm throwing something that size, if it's a Slurpee cup,
Sure.
I'm getting my Slurpee cup.
It's a
you know what I mean?
receipt.
Yeah.
How many times have you reached into your pocket, walking on the sidewalk, looking for some money or whatever, and a receipt falls out, and you look and you just let it, whatever. It's a receipt.
How many times have you done that purposely, though?
Well, I don't think I've ever done that purposely.
No.
No.
I've had a little wrapper. I had a little candy wrap in my pocket one time, and there was stuff in my pocket, and I kind of just like let it hit the ground and be like, fuck it. Kept
Well,
walking.
it's gonna have. It's a big deal.
But yeah, it was just this guy's like, I mean,
And
I guess
was it one of
maybe he's
those-
upset about, maybe something else pissed him off, but
And was it one of those cans that's got the holes in it? It's the
Yes.
wire cans.
Yes, it was
and
the wire one.
receipt's not going to stay in there anyway.
yeah, it kept flying the fuck out of
Yeah.
it. I tried 3 different, I'm telling you, I was like, you know what? I'm not, I was getting lightheaded from bending down and getting up every time. You know what I mean?
That sounds like something I would do.
My oxygen's at 92%. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm good.
Hey, man, it's the same attitude as why you don't return your carts. You're keeping someone employed. You are keeping the sanitation department employed.
Technically.
By throwing your trash all over the.
Technically, if there was not trash to pick up, there'd be none of them.
And really, a receipt isn't trash. I don't know what you would call it, but it doesn't feel like trash. Trash to me is throwing out an entire eaten bag of McDonald's.
Right.
They should make
trash.
receipts biodegradable. They should. You know what I mean?
And
Why do you even need a receipt? Unless you're buying
Taxes
something, you
and
might
shit
have to.
like that.
Like if you're just buying snacks, like at CVS, I never get my receipt.
I usually don't, but
return?
she had already gave it. She's already she didn't even ask me. You know, most of the time they ask, do you want a receipt? And I say no, but she had already handed it to me. And there was the gift cards on there. I guess I should have kept the receipt, but
the thing about
Doreen
it is
says not a D-bag. Well, you don't need to return a gift card. Doreen says not a D-bag. Michaela, not a D-bag. Danielle says the wind took a receipt out of my purse yesterday. By the time I looked back, it was 600 feet away. Didn't even attempt to get it. Not a D-bag.
just the fact that you can see a receipt 600 feet away, you might have superpowers.
Yeah, she might be exaggerating a little bit. IT guy Chris, put it in your pocket, throw it away at home. You tried to throw it away.
There's a trash can right next to me.
Right.
and you made the effort. That's the point.
Yeah.
Did you not crumble up the receipts?
No, I did. That's the thing. It kept flying out, even crumbled up.
Carol says, "Oh my God, why can't people mind their own business?"
Yeah. Well, because
Franklin.
I think he felt like the pollution that I was polluting was his business, I guess.
Oh God. Franklin said, "Not a D-bag." Forbidden Balls says, "Yeah, New York City has a sanitation department."
Very good. They're always out too. Those fuckers are always working.
Yeah. And
You know, the
Forbidden
city
Balls-
should be a lot dirtier than it is. With all the fucking people that live here, they do a pretty good job.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could look like fucking.
Oh, it could be fucking
India.
like India. Like exactly.
But we have plumbing indoors.
We don't have that river that you just
Most
shit in.
people, anyway. Yeah, we don't have the river of shit. Michaela says, "My fiance yells at people who purposely litter." Yeah, but he didn't purposely litter.
I didn't mean. It's not like I threw it outside of the trash can. The wind was blowing.
Yeah, Rachel says, "Not a D-bag." Let's be honest. We've all done it.
Question for you. When you get a drive-through drink, you open the straw. What do you do with the wrapper?
We usually put it in my cup holder. I got a lot of wrappers sitting. They just sit underneath the cup, and they're still
I
in
can
there.
see you tossing out the window, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I see. I will never toss trash out the window. Ever. That's
So
fucking
bad.
nasty. That's dirty.
I know. So bad.
It's
I
funny.
can't tell you
That's
last time we
dirty,
do a
but
drive-thru,
chasing your receipt down the street isn't. But like, you got every other kind of trash in your car, but you can't have a fucking straw wrapper in there.
I don't know. It's just a habit. I open it and I just crumple it up and I just like lay it
Yeah,
out
that
the window.
says a lot about you as a person.
No, I know. Tracy yells at me all the time. It's just like a habit.
You're just dirty. You're just fucking nasty.
I like how this
dirty.
started off as a me D-bag, but it ended with JB in the D-bag. Why did you-
Voluntarily.
Hey guys, do you ever just throw trash out your window of your car on purpose?
I'm not saying trash, just a little. By the time you crumple it up,
It's
like,
trash if you purposely throw it out the window. There has to be a purpose behind it. That's true. You're littering.
It is. The purpose is he don't want it in his car.
Gosh almighty.
I mean, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, actually. That's why I brought
I don't
it
give
up.
a shit, but
Rachel, Jay, do you toss it out the window? D-bag.
Jeez, I just.
Michaela, D-bag J, LMO, LMAO. We do not throw things out the window.
oh man. You know what I do with it? To be honest, I'll tell you exactly what I do because now I remember. I take it, I crumble it up, and I put it in the food bag. I put it in the bag where the food is.
I've done that before.
What if you're just getting a soda, though?
Usually if there's someone else with me, I'll...
Who the fuck just gets a soda?
I don't
Wow,
eat that.
that's the height of lazy. If you got to go through a drive-through and wait for other people just to get a fucking
Go
soda.
to the drive-through just to get
Wow.
a
Like,
soda.
on my way to an appraisal.
You got to
hypothetically.
drink more water, dude. You gotta drink more
you know what?
water.
I've been drinking a
Quicker
lot.
to park your car, get out, run into Wawa, grab something, and get back into your car than it is to sit in a drive-through lane and have to talk to someone. By the way, and you're bothering them. You're wasting their time. Oh, I just want a soda. Is that it? Okay.
So it would be better if I waited for a fucking number 2 with 2 cheeseburgers and cholesterol.
You know you order that too.
No, I don't. I haven't ordered.
No,
I
I could see him. I could see him going asking for a fucking big gulp in the drive-through, dude.
Oh God.
I've
You
been,
gotta drink more water, Jay.
No, I have been, and I've been drinking a lot of unsweet tea. But a lot of times, like I don't drink coffee or anything, and I need caffeine. I drink a Diet Coke. I know it's bad for you, but
I don't drink coffee either, but I fucking
All right, so was Corey a D-bag? I don't.
No, not even close.
Not a D-bag.
Now play the one for Jay.
D-bag.
Jeez, I just brought up. I can't win in this world.
They're so easy. They're so easy.
Did you ever just throw your dump outside? You ever
God.
just shit outside of a church?
A couple days ago, I yelled at a lady for not bringing her cart back. I berated her to the point where she did bring it back. I felt pretty good about myself.
See, that's the same as the guy commenting
Yeah.
on Corey's fucking.
Pretty
No,
much.
it's
Yeah,
not.
mind
No,
your
it's
business.
not. No, it's not.
It
How's
sure
she
is.
affecting you? She's not affecting you.
Yes, she was, because she put the cart right by. She put the cart right next to the front of my truck. I pulled in.
Was it touching your truck?
Well, if the wind blew a little bit, it would have. She put it right next to the tire, right next to the bumper. And I pulled in. There was a cart actually in the spot next to mine. I grabbed it to put it back into the cart corral. It wasn't even my cart. And then she does that. And I go, hang on. I go, you're not going to bring your cart back? It's right there.
Maybe she's not a fan of the Jeep Wave.
But I don't think this person knew much about the Jeep Wave or American Customs.
Oh, damn.
There it is.
Hey, it is what it is.
What?
And I just finally said, I said, you're being rude. You're being rude to others. That's lazy. Put your cart back. And she finally just gave me a wave and she grabbed it and put it back.
As
So-
Kane pushes the cart up on the thing, he's just like, "Yeah, put your."
You know
cart
what?
back."
You need the job as that cart warrior guy. What's the
Yeah.
guy that goes around telling people about their carts and fucking pisses them off and they like want to fight them?
No, I would do that job.
Cart guy, whatever.
Yeah. I always return. If there's carts in a spot, I always bring other people's carts back. That's the right
For
thing
you,
to do.
dude. You're a cart warrior.
This is like the weirdest fucking relationship. I know we don't
He'll
talk
bring a
much.
cart back, but he won't pay for fucking footballs. That's for sure.
It didn't have a barcode.
So it's gotta
You-
be free.
You think the person standing next to fucking all the self-checkouts knew how much that was? No. And I'm not going to go back to look for one that had a barcode. I think I had the last one.
Don't take it. You're never gonna live that down. Just like I'm
No.
never gonna live down not returning the cart that handful of times.
You know what's funny about all those things we'll never live down? We volunteered the information.
Yeah, that's true.
Stupid. Stupid.
Like the time Kane ratted out the lady for having cat food in her pocket. Remember that one?
That's good times.
Maybe it didn't have a barcode, Kane. Why don't you let her fucking be?
Shoplift cat food. I mean, it's just like being
You
shoplifting, right?
shoplifted a football and a fucking candy bar, you
And a
piece of
sandwich.
shit.
Wasn't it a
What are you
sandwich, too?
talking
The
about?
candy bar was a complete accident. The football, I don't feel, was shoplifting.
You said you made a beep sound on purpose. Beep.
But it wasn't. I feel like it wasn't shoplifting. There's something different about it. Yeah. You know how there's a difference. I don't feel like the receipt. I don't feel like the receipt was littering, but the straw wrapper is.
I don't feel like me stealing. Who's stealing?
Her stuffing cat food in her purse or jacket, whatever it was, that's stealing. But me with the football doesn't feel like stealing.
How
What
about
about
the
you
candy
with
bar?
the candy bar going beep?
No, the candy bar I didn't fake beep. The candy bar I just put in my pocket and
Oh,
walked
the
out.
football you fake beep.
The football I fake beep. The candy bar I forgot was in my pocket.
Her cat needed food. You didn't need a football.
Yes, I did.
Fucking, you're an anomaly, dude.
I don't.
It's Kane's world. We're just living in it. Says cat.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that's what it feels like. It didn't feel like shoplifting for me, but it certainly was for her.
How did you do the beep? Like Mafia wants to know. Like, what did the beep sound like? Was it
Well,
like?
how did Corey do the beep? I just went beep.
Imagine it.
I tried to hit the same pitch as the real beep, but then I think I might have.
They probably knew you were stealing. They were just like, that was a pretty good impression. We're just
We're
going to
just
let him
gonna
have
give
it.
it to him
I
for
think
the
I may have
effort.
cleared my throat right after to try to cover the beep. You know.
Beep.
So they, right, because then it would have been harder for them to discern if it was a real beep or my beep.
You're like the ladies at Fairway. You'd never be able to steal there, man. They're over your fucking shoulder. As soon as you pull out a bag, like, did you pay for that? Did you fucking
Really?
pay for it?
Oh.
Oh, right away, dude.
Yeah. But I'll have you know, it might make you feel better. I bequeathed that football. I had brought it over to someone's barbecue, and then we were throwing it around until it got dark, and then I left and forgot about the football. So it's not even mine anymore. I don't have it.
What's cool is the car I stole, I gave it to a friend, and now he has it.
I no longer have the stolen goods.
The
I
heat's
gave
on
them
your
to
friend
somebody
else. What a piece of shit.
So Taylor Swift and Maddie Healy are dating now.
Yeah.
Who's Maddie Healy?
Matt Healy, lead singer of the 1975. He can turn in his man card, his cool card, all the cards. Give me all the cards. You're done. He was at like 3 Taylor Swift shows in a row over the weekend, singing all the words. Oh, this is my favorite. Come on, man. You're supposed to be in an alternative rock band.
Did you see where they mouthed the same saying to each other? He did it when he was in Egypt or something.
Nauseating.
And then she did it to him at her show.
Alternative rock band. That's the song. Did they sing a song called Chocolate?
They first kept, it's kind of like Matchbox 20, and Matchbox 20 was even harder than the 1975.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't you fucking talk shit about Matt. Not like that at least.
Their last 2 singles, Matchbox 20 just put out a new one on Friday. Fucking great.
Really?
Get on it. Yeah, brand new album coming out and 2 new singles. The first 2 new singles are really fucking good. They're back, and I'm liking them again. But yeah, the 1975, their first album was, a little more rocky than, but they're just, and he kisses boys on stage.
Oh, so you took his man card away for going to Taylor Swift concerts, but for making out with dudes, you're not gonna take his man card for that?
No, I took that away too, but I took it away from them. But like he'll bring male fans on stage and kiss them and kiss his bandmates.
Is he bisexual? Is that what the whole thing is?
I think he likes to. He wants to keep that audience, so he doesn't come out and say whether he's whatever. He just sort of.
Every show, I'd be like, "Listen, I'm not gay, but I love my gay fans."
He's been called a gay baiter before. That's what they call like dudes who, like if you see them on socials, TikTok or whatever, and they never really. They're obviously putting up all these thirst traps, and they're obviously trying to appeal to gay guys, but they're not gay, and so that's gay baiting.
If my therapist did a deep dive into this, she'd say that he is gay. You're not just making out with dudes just to fucking do it. Like, just to keep them around. There's a little bit of you that wants to do it. Because if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it.
Well, sure. Right. What are you doing it for?
I've got gay fans. I'm not trying to keep them around by making out with other dudes. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose them. Wink, wink.
Well, that's just it. I got respect for somebody who, I'm sure you've probably been asked. You say straight up, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
You don't tiptoe around it just hoping
that's not a question. It's not like something like, I don't know.
Well, I just Googled it, and in a publication he said, and I quote, "I'm not solidly heterosexual, but I'm not solidly homosexual."
Okay, well, see, that's tiptoeing around it, and that's not wanting to say. And although Taylor Swift is a little mannish, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So
I guess he's not solidly either. So I guess he's really goopy in that department.
Yeah. I'm sure they get gloopy. Ugh.
Gloopy, that's what it was.
There's nothing sexy about Taylor Swift, is there? She's so robotic to me. There's like nothing soft or sultry. She's very angular in my mind. She's very rough around the edges. She's very mannish.
If you think about it, she started her career at a very young age, like writing songs.
As a country music person.
Yeah. So she kind of she is robotic. She's been trained and and
she's
groomed into what she is. Yeah.
Taylor Swift feels like a product.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of how to say it. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like she was able to be a kid and to learn emotions and learn how to feel and all this stuff.
Wasn't her father a president of a record label or something?
That's I don't know. You have to Google that.
I never heard that though.
Wow. Well, that explains a lot because let's be honest. She can't sing her way out of a fucking wet paper sack. She's terrible. First time I ever saw her sing live, it might have been on SNL or something. It was just warbling, like.
But don't you remember? At one point in time, Taylor Swift was end all be all. They would have premieres at midnight, and people would go fucking bananas for her songs. I remember when Bad Blood came out, people were going crazy. They had to go to the radio station and stay till midnight just so I can premiere it.
All right, so here's the story. So her father was an investment banker who bought 3% of Big Machine Records. That's how she got on Big Machine, started her career.
So all he had to buy was 3%?
Yeah, apparently 3% of a multi-billion-dollar company or $1 million company.
Rachel says, let's see how people feel about her. Doreen says nothing sexy about her at all. Pretty face, but no sexiness.
Yeah, there's no sex appeal, and that's not her thing.
Rachel perfectly said, Kane, she's a product. Ricardo says she's for sure attractive. Gary says not attractive at all. Staten Island Chris says no, I disagree. She's hot. Carol
I think she has her moments. I've seen her in person. I've seen her. I've stood next to her, and like, yeah, I can understand that. You know, why not? If you
I
had the
interviewed her.
opportunity.
She's very robotic.
She is robotic, but I'm saying she's not ugly.
No, she's not. I didn't say she was ugly. She's beautiful, but I don't think she's sexy, says Carol.
Maybe that's not his thing. Maybe he's not heterosexual or homosexual.
Kane,
Maybe he likes robots.
Like I said, she's got some mannish qualities that maybe fit right in his middle. Because if he's middle, down
That's
down
why
the middle.
I was an easy transition for that lesbian girl. You know what I mean? Because I'm not the manliest man.
Wait,
you know,
stop. What? Full stop. Wait, what?
Yeah, wait.
We've talked about this before.
No, I think I need to hear it again.
When I first moved to New Orleans, there was that lesbian girl that had that was only had sex with one man her whole life, and then turned lesbian. And then she came to me, like we hung out, and then we had sex.
I think I remember, but you never said that before. You think maybe it's because you were close to down the middle?
Yeah, I think I was, easy transition. Yeah, I looked a little bit like her girlfriend at the time. Oh, you know, her girlfriend had more of a mustache than me, but like, yeah, I think
that makes sense.
Her girlfriend wanted to fight me too, and I was like, listen, I'm not gonna fight you.
Wait, were you overweight then and looked a little lesbianic?
No. I was cut and fucking kind of. I looked great. This was before I let New Orleans take control of my health.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was great. I was in shape. I looked amazing. Yeah,
how did she come
she was
at
at this
you?
bar down the street from my house. She goes, "Oh, there's the guy that fucked my girlfriend."
Wow.
I just remember being. She was like 300 people. I was just like, hey, and then walk inside my house.
Yeah, 'cause even though she's like, threatening to kick your ass, you still can't slug her.
Yeah,
Right?
What are you gonna do? You know
what do? You have to let her kick your ass.
Dude, she was so mad. She was so bitter about that. Oh.
But do you though?
No, not if she starts pounding on me. No.
Not if she's got a short haircut.
No, if she hooks off on me, I'm hooking off right back.
Well, what I'll do is I'll take a couple. Not after the first. She can punch me once, punch me twice. But punch me a third time, then you're getting punched back.
By that time, you're fully shitting yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I've had girls punch me a couple times. Yeah, by that time, I'm in the bathroom. I'm going to kick your ass when I'm done wiping. Fucking whore.
Jesus.
Told you
I
not to
remember
hit
too.
the back of my head.
I remember being out with them in public, and like the butch girl was like just really mean to her, and like I remember her coming like rubbing my hand and stuff like in front of her, like not so she wouldn't see it. I'm being like, oh my god, dude, your girlfriend's right there.
You were
I still remember it. No, I didn't want that confrontation. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of her. I just don't like that's awkward to me. And then I remember with the other friends being like, you can't be doing that around your girlfriend. I mean, like, what am I being drug into, man? My first 2 months in New Orleans.
That's hilarious.
I'm just picturing Kane scream from the bathroom. All right, sorry. Oof.
That's another thing, TMI. There was a topic we were going to do a week or two ago. I forget where I come from, but I asked Corey, I says, that's why we didn't do the topic, because you couldn't really come up with anything. I says, is there anything that you wish you'd not revealed on the podcast, on the radio show? And I had like a laundry list of things, and Corey was like, well, not really. So I'm like, all right, we won't do the topic then. But now that we're talking about it, any change to your answer?
No, I don't have. I'm still saying too much. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. If anyone that has regrets about saying stuff, it's Jay. I've never admitted anything illegal.
Me either.
Yeah, I thought twice about the
cocaine and
brick
DUIs,
thing.
but you already got caught for that shit, so it's not
Right?
like,
Yeah. See, you can't catch me again for it.
No, but I think you guys mainly divulge information about your past and what's going on currently in your life, right? Nothing is criminal about it, right?
Well, to be honest, Jay, I don't think I've done anything criminal.
You littered.
I threw rocks at a car when I was fucking 8. But they
Criminal.
caught me for that one.
Kane, what's one of your things? Is it like stealing the football? Is that one?
Well, yeah.
I think Kane has a lot. I think Kane has the touching the other guy's penis, stealing football.
Hey.
getting punched in the back of the head.
Wait.
Now you're just you're spitting nickels into the air. I never said I touched a penis. I said I took a shower with my roommate because we were short for time and we wanted to get to the, and we were drinking.
No. That's what it was. It was you guys were beating off on the same couch together.
Oh, sure. Okay, that. Yeah. See that? I mean, there's no reason for me to have ever said that.
Yeah.
Wait, when was that said? I don't remember.
He said that multiple times.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Because I don't care about it. But then it's just like when Corey. I didn't know Corey's like has a memory bank when it comes to shit like that.
That's what my therapist.
He doesn't remember anything else, but he remembers that shit.
My therapist goes, "You have the best memory I've ever heard of." She goes, "You remember everything."
And I forget what I've said, so hence the repeating of the story. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But I definitely have kept a tighter clamp on it.
Yeah, are you so there's some things that we don't know of that you haven't shared.
Of course, and I hope there's things about you two that we don't know that you haven't shared. I certainly hope so. Some things that remain your own. You don't have to share every fucking thing. You're not a Kardashian.
Although there's something to say about being one, they are doing pretty well for themselves.
So there's nothing that you wouldn't share.
No, I don't think there is. I don't. If it came out, it came out. I don't know. I haven't.
Bullshit. There's got to be something in there that you've done or said, or there's an experience that you were it really embarrassed you.
I've done or said. I've admitted to saying the N-word before. I remember telling you guys that I was.
Well, sure, we're human.
Yeah. I was actually and I kind of forced to when I used to MC at the nightclub on Bourbon Street. The black bouncers would kind of make me, not make me, but they would like tell me to say it. Like, say it. We want to see what they do.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah.
And Jay, shh, you've already said enough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, listen, there's a lot of, on the show specifically, we're open books, but in my life, I regret a lot of shit that I've done. A lot. Like.
I told my kid you were a ninja the other day, and he was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, like taking the call from SKM, accepting the job. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
You don't know. You regret that? Because if you didn't do that, you would have never been doing any of this.
No, that's a joke. But there's a lot of stuff we regret. The path I took, going for my master's, like it was a waste of time for me now.
You could use it in the future, though, if you need it.
Yeah, I guess. But,
I'm just looking at the Mafia's chat here, seeing if they have any regrets.
Doreen.
No regrets, really? Not even one?
Oh, yeah, I know he has one regret.
The tattoo. Who? Corey? What?
Moving to New Orleans.
No, I don't regret it because now Alicia says that she knows that it's not the. The reason why I don't regret it is because now all the time Alicia will say, "Good thing we did it," because now I know I don't want to be there. She said, "What were we thinking?" All this other shit. Yeah.
When did it go to regrets? We were talking about things you wish you wouldn't have said on the show, not
because we regret saying it.
Yeah.
Kane, any regrets for you?
Sure, tons. We just talked about a couple of them. And that's where we leave it.
All right.
He regrets not fucking pulling his wiener out for that teacher in elementary school.
I wasn't even aware I had a wiener. I was so young.
That's so fucked up that she was straddling you at that young of an age. Could you breathe? Do you remember like being suffocated?
See, now this is something I regret telling you. Corey likes to bring it up a lot.
I digress.
No, it was fun. I was enjoying it.
Brooklyn Johnny's coming up with the fucking hard hitting stuff.
I regret not having children.
Brooklyn Johnny, you could adapt, dude.
I don't know. I think you've done some kids some favors there, Brooklyn Johnny. So be proud of yourself.
Oh damn! He was just getting all freaking sentimental and shit.
Dude, Brooklyn Johnny's kind of sensitive, man. Don't do that to him.
That's what I am. Like if you're watching something sensitive and it gets too mushy, and then Raymond comes in and makes a joke and lightens the mood. That's what I'm here for. You get too far down the rabbit hole of mush, and I'll yank you right back out.
Okay, thanks, dude.
Is there an age at which you should stop wearing certain things? You think? I saw a guy at the Wawa a couple days ago. He's like 60, wearing joggers and a flat-brimmed baseball cap that was slightly askew, which is crooked, Corey.
You're such a fucking prick.
What?
Dude, I went to 2 years of college. I know what askew means.
Askew. I'm looking at him going like, okay, bro. No with the joggers. The joggers are like, maybe 25 and lower. Then I'm all about wear
That's
what you
fucked
want.
up. I wear joggers.
Me too. I mean,
Jay, you're too old. Corey,
I
you're
know.
borderline.
I don't dress my age. I know. I know that wholeheartedly. But I just really like the way I dress. I just enjoy it.
Well, that's just it. Am I a judgy Judgerson for looking at this 60? He just looked ridiculous. And
I mean,
if he
how
wants,
do
if he
you
wants to
dress,
wear
though?
it, if he wants to wear it, let him wear it. I wouldn't wear a crooked fucking hat like Ken Griffey Jr. And then
Kane, you dress like a 22-year-old surfer, dude.
yeah, well, I wear shorts and hoodies and t-shirts. Well, how am I
That's
You
supposed to?
are
How
the
am I-
Big Lebowski, man.
How
You
am I
are
supposed
him.
to dress? It would
How-
be-
okay,
am I
so how's that guy
wear
supposed to dress?
suits every day? Well, I don't wear joggers and crooked baseball hats.
give it.
I
What
don't-
should he
I
have been
don't
wearing?
purposely go, I don't peruse the boys department at the clothing store and see what they're wearing and then look for something in my size. Yeah, look at Corey. Now that looks way too young. You can't wear your hat backwards.
That's how I
and
used to.
crooked.
That's how I used to wear my hat like this. I used to wear it like this
And why don't you wear it that way now?
because it's
Because
fucking not cool anymore.
well, there you go.
Because it looks kind of like white trash now. It looks like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, outgrew it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it back. What's up?
If I ever look like if I'm over wearing something that makes me look ridiculous, you have carte blanche to tell me that. To tell me the truth. Because
Okay.
this 60-year-old man wearing
Noted.
joggers and it was just too much.
Maybe he was comfortable. Let the man
That's
live
what I
his
mean. Like,
life.
I
dude.
get it. He's comfortable, but like at what point? I mean, we have to,
You know what,
no.
dude? I feel like I should go to like Suit Supply and like wear all the clothes that they have there. And every time I think about doing it, I'm like, that's just
You look stupid in the suit. No, you look good
No,
in
no,
the
no.
suit,
Okay,
but
so
I
they
feel like
don't-
you don't look like you.
they don't only have suits. They have actual
Oh.
nice clothes and outfits. Like they actually have outfits that you can put together. But it's like that's so much effort. I just in the morning I go pick out my shirt, pick out my pants, throw them on. It's just so much easier.
Yeah.
Wait till summer comes around. I'm only wearing shorts. I'm not wearing shit.
Yeah, no, I've already started. I don't wear jeans anymore. I'm shorts
Yeah.
every day now.
But who's the person that came up with this idea or this book that you have to follow? That
Well, there
if
is
you're
there's no
60
book. It just goes by what feels right.
So what should
Like,
he have been wearing? Is what you're saying. It was what I'm saying. So if he had a flat rimmed hat but it was straight,
The thing about it is, those two things are things that kids wear, right? A crooked head. It was too much like he was trying too hard to be young, and that was the thing that was off-putting. Like joggers, especially joggers are a younger person's. Not a 60-year-old, and the hat too. Like, oh my god, dude!
You
And he had
sound like
he
the
had
lady
stickers
that's asking
on
why
it.
the kid's wearing pink, dude. You
He had
sound
the
like it.
stickers on it. Well, no, I'd be her if
Oh,
I
he had
was.
the stickers on it?
Yeah,
Oh, that tells you everything you need to know right
I mean,
there.
yeah, he was just. It was trying too hard. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't keep the stickers on a hat, man. That's a fuck. Yeah.
See, I've never done that. That looks fucking dumb. What are you keeping a stick? Some people they keep the price tag on it.
They want to show you how fresh it is, but you know what I mean. We can tell it's not fresh because the sticker's faded now.
Yeah. Let's see what color it used to be. Take the sticker off.
Yeah.
Let's see how old that hat really is.
I don't know if I'll ever change the way I dress. I know Alicia would probably love it if I wore like collared shirts and shit, but like I don't.
That wouldn't be you though.
No, I like the way I dress. I don't know. And sometimes I think about it. I'm like, I wish I could look so much better. I could look so much. People would take me so much more serious, and I could look so much more distinguished.
But dude, if you
And-
showed up looking like that, I'd be like, Kane, what the fuck is wrong with Corey?
I've wanted to change my wardrobe completely numerous times, but it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
If
that
you
too.
decide you want to go ahead and start dressing this other certain way,
It takes effort, though. It takes a lot of effort.
yeah. And every time I go to the store to buy clothes, don't you always end up? You go with the intention of getting something different. You always end up buying the same colors you
shit,
already
yeah.
have, the same styles you already have.
I do that with jeans. I'm all right, like I've got like 8 pair of the same jeans. Like why do I keep buying jeans? There's no reason to.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find nice dress clothes at CVS, so you're gonna have a world of a time.
They got good hoodies, but that's Walgreens has got this whole section, like it's a half an aisle on one side of like women's house coats and blouses and stuff. And I looked at the price; it's like $5.99 for like this long ass. Like who's? Oh,
I thought you were gonna say you bought one just to wear around the
no,
house.
poor woman. No, it'd be funny. I should buy one for a friend of mine, Denise, who lives in Seabright.
Yeah.
$5.99. Like it's so thin, it's like you're wearing a ghost. It's like this house coat from Walgreens.
Wearing a ghost.
Kat says, "Who the f cares? I'm not going to my grave caring that someone didn't like my outfit."
Seriously.
Well, and there, there's a cutoff for bikinis too, isn't there? Isn't there an age cutoff for where you should stop wearing a bikini?
Yeah,
No,
200
I
pounds.
Or
I
is
think
it
it
unless
all
you can
depends
pull
on
it
how you
off?
look. Yeah,
Okay, all
I've
right.
seen some old ladies pull it off. I've
Well-
you know what I mean, to the point where you might want to pull it off. You know.
That's true. And I've been to Donovan's. Last summer, there was a bunch of girls there whose butt was swallowing the bikini. You couldn't even tell she looked naked. So yeah, that's a one piecer right there. Who told you that looked good?
Yeah, because you can't put an age on it. Look at women like Jennifer Lopez or Jennifer Aniston. I mean, they still look good in bikini. And they're
Yeah.
what, pushing 50
50s,
something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Michaela says, "Nope, as long as you can rock it."
Yeah.
Maria says, "Nope, I'll wear the bikinis for as long as." Yeah. So all right, I agree with all that. As long as you
I
can
couldn't
rock it.
imagine. I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't imagine my mom in a 2-piece though.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
want to see that.
Nah. I'd be like, put a T-shirt on, mom.
Well, why should she have to? What
She's
if
got
she's
great
comfortable?
tits.
Huh? Yeah, like you said, she has great
She's
tits.
got great. Mom, put them great tits away. God.
Rachel says, "Leaving the stickers on looks dopey no matter what age the person is."
Agreed.
Yeah, well, that's
Leggings,
just
Elizabeth
no
says,
class.
"Barf."
If you leave the sticker on, no class.
I'll wear leggings underneath my gym shorts in the wintertime when I go to the gym because I don't want to be cold from the walk from my car to the gym. Is that okay?
I guess that looks kind of like a silly look. I've done it
What?
before too. I'm guilty of it, but it's kind of a silly look.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
don't you
no,
just
I agree.
fucking wear pants? Just put pants on.
Maria says, "Kane, you will see my bikini, son."
Ooh. Ooh.
See
that
you
a
at
promise?
Donovan's.
Yeah.
Let's do some news.
And now, from a location unknown for his safety, it's Kane with the Not Quite News.
I feel like Corey needs to get his desk set up because I feel the show is lacking without the sound effects. We need Corey back on the buttons.
Yeah.
I've had DMs about that before. I miss the sound effects. Those were kind of our thing.
What else do you guys need from me, huh?
Headphones.
Well, if his hands were free, he didn't have to hold his freaking
Well,
headphone jack
that's what
into
I'm
the
saying.
damn thing, you know? Like,
Yeah, he could use his mouse and actively participate.
I didn't know this was in the news.
That's pretty funny. Let's see. About a third of Americans in a new poll said they think President Biden has the mental sharpness to be effective in his role. These are the people who can understand the native language of gibberish. 33% also says he's in good enough physical health for the job.
oh my God.
Yeah, because
I mean-
nothing says physical strength like falling up the stairs. These are people who are just dyed-in-the-wool Democrats, and they just will refuse to ever say anything bad about any Democrat.
I don't like either side that's like that. I'm Republican, so I'm only voting Republican. It's like, all right, well, why don't you listen to both sides?
I've loved this RFK guy for a long time, and now, and it's so sad that like they're refusing to put Biden, and it's obviously he'd get his ass kicked, but they won't let him do any debates.
Why?
He's not because. Isn't that American? That's so anti-American. No, we're not
Sure
gonna.
is.
No debates. No debates. I hope he just gets his ass kicked.
Because he's probably hooked up to a fucking ventilator right now. And just
Probably. No, they like him like that. He's more controllable. Guy who lives in Miami, loves Britain's culture and weather so much. He said now he identifies as a British man.
Oh my God.
Goes by the name Tilo. He's a vlogger. You can find him. Tilo says he loves all things British, TV shows, the weather, and the food.
He's doing that purposely.
He's like someone who got COVID and he's got no taste. How do you love British food? Aren't they famous for shitty food?
They don't have the best food. It's like fish
Yeah.
and chips and like fucking deep fried eggs and shit. You know what I mean?
The fuck? Yeah, by the way, if you're in Miami, You should go to a Marlins game. They have the cheapest hot dogs in baseball. $3.
Yeah.
Really?
$3 for a hot dog at a baseball game? That's pretty good. Baltimore's got the most expensive ones. $8.25, which is just robbery. But if you're in Baltimore, you're used to that.
There it is. I know it's coming. You get robbed one way or another. I got robbed walking in and walking out, man. That's crazy.
You'd have made the same
It
joke
was
anyway.
coming. I knew it was coming. I was just waiting for it. Yeah.
High schoolers fart spray senior prank went horribly wrong. Multiple people had to be hospitalized for fart spray. Well, to me, I think they panicked and rushed them to the hospital. Why were they there? Well, they were nauseous.
That's a little bit much.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah, it fucking stinks. But I remember doing that. And I remember being in high school, and I brought my fart machine there that you get from Spencer's.
Yeah.
I remember setting up down around the way, and class fucking started dying. And then I sprayed the spray.
Yeah.
Dude, I got in so much trouble. But it was worth it.
Yeah, I know. That shit's nasty.
High school, you did it to me in my studio when we were in New York still. Remember that? I came back from the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, that was funny. Jay comes running out of there like, what the fuck? You did it before he got to work or something, right? You
No, I
or
told him to
he
go
was-
get the smoothies. I was like,
that's
get the
right.
smoothie.
Yeah.
He came back in there like, it smells like something's burning in there. Like you didn't put it together right away. You thought it smelled like something else, and we're just giggling. See, this is what I missed. We need to be in the same room. 24% of us have at least one conversation about the weather every day. Oh, easily. I
Just
talk
a
about
stranger.
the weather.
Weather's nice, huh?
Well, it's like the one thing we all have in common.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I did it yesterday. I was like, how about this weather, huh?
Well, I mean, I talk about the weather with my friends. Especially because, I got a friend coming to town. You're like, oh, what's the weather going to be like for Hot Rods and Harleys?
Dude.
Yeah, like 82 and sunny this
Yeah,
weekend.
it's going to be gorgeous.
14% of people like their house to smell like Clorox.
It's not that I don't mind it. I don't like it, but I don't mind it because I know that it's clean.
Right. I like what the smell means.
Yes, exactly.
That's a good description. Yes. Yeah.
It means you're safe.
Yes, it means that because when the cleanings will be done, I can smell it. I can smell the bleach in the bathroom, and I'll be like, okay, good, they did something.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially when you're paying. Right.
Yeah.
You know what?
You don't want to walk into your bathroom after she's been in there and smell shit.
No.
because-
You can't.
What you doing here? You just took a dump and left.
Poo en la toaleta. Poo en la toaleta.
Have you ever had a maid need to use the pooper?
Nah, I let him do. I give him food. We make danishes for him in the morning and shit. Like we hook him up.
But they've never had to use the can?
I don't know. I'm not here for the whole fucking 5 hours. They're here.
Oh.
I think a
yes.
better smell is Windex. Like the smell of Windex.
No,
rather
I'm
than-
Does that
Fabuloso.
smell?
Fabuloso is the fucking shit.
What's
What is
fabulous?
that?
Isn't that the cheap shit?
Yeah.
Don't matter if it's cheap. Smells
That's like
good,
sounds
it
like
works.
dollar store stuff.
Yeah,
You probably
it
have it at
does.
a dollar store, but it's elite.
I don't
elite.
think it works. You're just buying colored water.
It smells amazing and it works. What are you talking about? You guys don't use Fabuloso?
I don't even know what it is.
No, I've seen it at the dollar store before, and I'm
What
like,
do
it
you
was
guys
it
clean
was
with? What do you clean your
dollar.
floors with?
Floors?
Well, I don't know. When's the last time you cleaned your floor?
I do it all the time. I use the Swiffer juice, whatever comes in the Swiffer.
That
and
ain't shit.
And I also use the floor stuff. Comes in a
What kind of floor stuff?
I don't know, lemon pledge.
Fabuloso, dude. Fabuloso's the shit.
Fabuloso.
I use the spray from Home Depot, which is foams up when it hits. It's you can use it on a mirror as well. Like you got to try it, dude. It smells so good.
Nah, it ain't Fabuloso. What's the chat saying? Anyone in the chat can back me up on this? Anyone use Fabuloso?
Oh no, find out, Jay.
Danielle Trump says Apple Fabuloso.
I use the purple one.
A woman lost in the wilderness survived on lollipops and a bottle of wine before her rescue. 5 days.
Where does she live in? Calabasas?
She was in Australia. She just stayed in the car because she was old and couldn't really walk, so she stayed in the car. Well, keep some lollipops in your car. Do you say suckers or lollipops?
Lollipops.
I say suckers. It's more manly.
That's probably just been ingrained into you since you were a kid being tickled by your teacher.
Yeah.
Doug,
Once
you want
once
this?
you've been penetrated by a lollipop, you don't want to call it that anymore.
Doug, you want this sucker?
Do you want this lolly?
Let me tickle you.
I have a cherry lolly. Gross. What is the most obese American state?
One of the southern ones: Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana,
No, I'm going to
Texas.
say northeast,
Texas,
right?
Georgia,
Keep going.
Arkansas,
We had to drive through it when we went to New Orleans.
Pennsylvania.
Tennessee, West Virginia.
West Virginia for the win. There you go.
Is it?
The obesity rate, this is everyone in West Virginia. They have an obesity rate of 40.7%.
I don't remember seeing any skinny people there. Do you remember seeing any skinny
Fuck
people
no. God
there?
damn.
I don't remember seeing anyone skinny past the Bible Belt, to be honest with you.
They like them fried foods.
Yeah, fuck, man.
It's West Virginia, followed by Alabama, Kentucky, and Oklahoma.
Damn.
40.7.
To be honest, all the places you would imagine. I mean, it's not like they feel like the healthiest lifestyle of places.
There are famous people who are very afraid of Britney Spears' forthcoming autobiography. Justin Timberlake, Madonna, to name a couple. She's brutally honest in the book, and there's a lot of nervous A-listers. That's going to be a good book.
There's a lot of people that can just write her off, though, and say that she's fucking crazy. You know what I
Well-
mean? That that's just not true. Look at her past. Look at her history. She's not well.
And that's believable. Rainn Wilson lived in a haunted house. He's from The Office, you know, right? Dwight Schrute.
Oh, Dwight Schrute. Love Dwight Schrute.
He lived in a haunted house, and his dad made the ghosts go away by praying. Oh, my God, dude. I don't have time for it. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But I had an episode yesterday. I was recording my show for 107.1 The Boss, and in my headphones, right as I was talking, up a Naked Eyes intro. The evilest laugh you've ever fucking heard. And the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I thought Russ was in here fucking with me, but the door was completely locked. I couldn't even fucking concentrate. I never get scared at shit like that, but this was so fucking right in my ear.
I can't wait to hear that story. Now you got to tell that story tomorrow.
Well, that's pretty much the story.
No, but I want to know in depth. Like, you know what I mean?
right.
I want to hear about it.
Oh my God. I'm getting a little chilly thinking about it. I'll show you Chris Pratt's toe fungus tomorrow, maybe.
Rachel, before you go on, Rachel wants to know, was it Buddy barking?
Yeah, right. My cat. By the way, they uncanceled SWAT. I guess Shamar Moore's bitching worked.
Really?
We did everything we were supposed to.
Right.
Everything.
They uncanceled it. They're giving him a final 7th season.
Can you imagine? They're like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You did. You showed up on time.
Yep. You didn't go crazy at the craft service table.
You got all your lines right. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Sum 41 is breaking up. And finally, Meghan Markle was spotted hiking in California after skipping out on the King Charles coronation festivities in the UK. So she really took it literally when the royal family told her to take a hike. I wonder what she did when they told her to go fuck herself. Well,
I read the list of King Charles when he was up on that fucking thing, and he goes, God, what else is there? Because like they kept doing more and more things. You
Oh,
could see,
God.
he was just like over it. He was like,
By the
God,
way-
what else is there?
the Grim Reaper was there. Did you see that
Yeah.
footage?
My thing is, they're like, we haven't had a coronation for 40 years. I was like, get ready, there'll be another one in fucking 2 maybe.
Yeah.
This guy's old as fuck.
Fucking Grim Reaper showed up. Gotta be something to that. That was freaky.
Wait, what?
Even the mainstream media, the Grim Reaper showed up at the coronation festivities.
What do you mean?
The Grim Reaper, you see this figure walk in the background with the fucking cloak and the dagger and all the fucking, it was the Grim Reaper.
What?
Google
it's a
it.
sickle. It's a
Google
sickle.
it. Sickle,
Like,
whatever it is. Yeah.
All right. I'll have
Grim
to Google
Reaper.
it. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, everybody.
Later.